there's something different in the air over Tyneside. It's not just the usual buzz of pre-season or the classic murmur surrounding the transfer window. It's something subtler, almost unnoticeable, but those who follow Newcastle United closely have already picked up on it. A quiet, strategic movement unfolding behind the scenes, a kind of activity that doesn't scream in headlines but whispers loudly through the corridors of St. James Park. The sort of tension that settles in when a club is preparing something big, and this time, the trail leads straight to Italy. Of course, the more visible moves, such as the blockbuster signing of Anthony Elanga, naturally catch the eye. But Newcastle fans know that when the club moves in silence, that's when rivals should start to worry. And in recent days, new information has sparked hope among the fan base that another gem could be landing on English soil. The name isn't being shouted from rooftops just yet, but recent performances, stats, and inside whispers suggest he might follow the same path as Sandro Tonali, leaving Serie A to become a key piece in Eddie Howe's project. By the way, if you're following the channel and love staying on top of everything happening behind the scenes at Newcastle, now's the perfect time to subscribe. We always bring you the news before it hits the headlines, with clear, direct analysis made for fans. And when it comes to explosive signings, trust us, you'll be ahead of the game if you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps us keep delivering exclusive content like this. Back to the mystery surrounding the club. While many expected the focus to remain entirely on attacking players after failed moves for names like James Trafford and Hugo Ekitike, the board decided to switch direction. And that wasn't by accident. The market has become highly competitive, with clubs like Liverpool and Manchester City entering battles that once seemed set for Newcastle. But rather than forcing Plan A, the club has chosen a strategy that's already proven effective, heading to Italy to find raw talent, polish it patiently, and turn it into a star. Exactly like they did with Tonali. And here's where it all begins to make sense. According to NUFC blog, Newcastle have sent scouts to observe a name who could be the missing piece in Howe's defensive puzzle. German centre-back Yann Bisseck, currently at Inter Milan, standing at 1.95 meters tall, with an impressive physical presence and only 23 years old. Bisseck is emerging as one of the most promising defenders of his generation. The scouts had a clear mission: watch him in action, understand his style, and assess the impact he could have on Newcastle's defensive system. And the early feedback, extremely promising. Newcastle's interest in Bisseck isn't isolated. Aston Villa, Manchester United, and even Tottenham are also keeping a close eye on the defender. But the Magpies are hoping to replicate the success of the Tonali deal, move quickly, present a solid project, and convince the player that Tyneside is the perfect stage for his breakthrough. With a reported price tag of £34 million, Bisseck becomes a realistic opportunity in a market where forwards like Sesko £78 million or Wissa £40 million are priced beyond reason. At the same time, Bisseck's arrival would bring immediate technical quality and long-term investment to a position that desperately needs reinforcement. And if you want to stay on top of every step of this deal and all the other movements the club is working on, quietly make sure you're subscribed to the channel. It helps us a lot in continuing to bring you in-depth videos with performance analysis, behind-the-scenes insights, and all the updates from sources like NUFC blog, which first broke the news about the scouting mission to Italy. When you subscribe, the community grows, and we keep improving our content. Yann Bisseck has everything it takes to follow in Tonali's footsteps. Both emerged from Italian football, both shown at major Serie A clubs, and both drew attention for their technical and physical profiles. Tonali joined Newcastle with the status of a solidified prospect from AC Milan, and quickly became a cornerstone in Eddie Howe's midfield. He played 36 Premier League matches, scored 4 goals, registered 2 assists, and maintained a level of consistency that impressed even the most critical pundits. Bisseck could bring a similar impact to the defense, especially with his dominant style and leadership qualities. Last season, Bisseck scored 3 goals in Serie A, proving his height isn't just for defending, but also a weapon during set pieces. He also averaged 43 accurate passes per league game, which aligns perfectly with Howe's ball-playing philosophy. He's a modern defender, good on the ball, intelligent in reading the game, and physically imposing, all at just 23 years old. There's room for development, of course, but the potential is massive, and the numbers speak for themselves. Against Barcelona in last season's Champions League, he won 8 duels across 2 matches. And against Manchester City, he played a crucial role in neutralizing Erling Haaland during a goalless group stage draw. These kinds of performances show that Bisseck isn't just another promising defender. He's already capable of facing Europe's elite. And unlike other market options, which often come with massive price tags or limited top-level experience, the German defender offers balance. At £34 million, he could become Newcastle's next defensive pillar, a name that, with the right coaching, could thrive at the club and quickly become one of the Premier League's most respected centre-backs. Just a reminder, we're entering the hottest phase of the transfer window, and if you want to keep up with everything, make sure you're subscribed to the channel now. That way you won't miss a single update on Bisseck or any of the other deals quietly taking shape behind the scenes. All it takes is one click to join our passionate community of well-informed Newcastle fans. Newcastle's attempt to replicate the Tonali model with Bisseck isn't a whim from the board, it's a calculated move, backed by data and a sharp reading of today's market. While other clubs are going all-in on flashy names or overpriced signings, the Magpies are searching for smart investments players with potential, value, and, above all, the mental strength to handle the Premier League. Bisseck fits that bill, and he's already proven in big matches that he doesn't shy away. Sources close to the player indicate he's open to a move to England, Newcastle's sporting project Champions League football, ambitious long-term goals, and a solid tactical setup has become attractive to players who want more than just a fat paycheck. They want development, growth, and spotlight. In that context, Tyneside becomes a very desirable destination. Talks between Bisseck's representatives and the club have already begun, and the next few days will be crucial. So, if you want to follow the potential arrival of another Serie A gem to Newcastle, stay tuned with us. Full coverage, daily updates, and deep analysis are all right here on the channel. Leave a like, turn on notifications, and of course subscribe so you don't miss a thing, because if this deal goes through, you'll know all the details before the official announcement. The moment is one of great anticipation, and if the Newcastle board manage to pull this off, the club will be adding another impactful player, ready to take on responsibility and grow with the black and white shirt. The scouts have done their job. Now it's up to the board to act behind the scenes and for the fans to do what they do best: support, believe, and stay tuned to every new twist. And here, you won't miss a thing. So subscribe now and join us, because Newcastle's future may well involve names like Yann, and this story is only just beginning.